Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back for another tutorial. Today we are going to learn how to make a Ruffle kite as seen in the clip. If you're a returning viewer or new viewer and haven't subscribed, kindly click on the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on. I post new videos every Wednesdays between 7 to 7:30 p.m. For this tutorial, you are going to need yarn of your choice. I will be using a medium weight yarn, which is 100% acrylic, 4-ply, and is 50 grams. With it, I will use a 4mm hook. You are going to need stitch markers for when you need it, scissor, needle, elastic band, and a tape measure. Let me put this aside. For us to start, you are going to wrap a tape measure around your hips or the widest part on your lower body. My hips are 40 inches and I am going to use that measurement to crochet this kite, and you are also going to get the measurement from your upper waist up to somewhere around your knee. I want the entire length of this kite to be somewhere between 17 to, let's say, 20 inches, or just somewhere here 19 inches. But first we will be crocheting the body without the ruffles, and I want that to be in between 16 to 17 inches. The rest will be for the ruffles. For that, I'm going to make a chain that is at least 17 inches long. To make a chain, this is what you will do. You are going to wrap your hook on your yarn like this. This is how I make mine, like that. Okay, and then I pull through like that and tighten it. Okay, so I will make a chain that is at least 17 inches long. Then I'll come back here and let you know how many number of chains those are for us to start row 1 of this tutorial. This is a beginner friendly tutorial. It's super easy and I'm going to try my best to take you through it slowly. Catch you when I'm done making my rows, which will measure at least 17 inches or 18, because I know when we start row 1 it might shrink. Another alternative is to make a chain that is very long, so that when you work on your row 1 you will get the desired inches which you want. I don't want to be that person that will tell you to make just maybe 60-50 chains and then it turns out not to be the desired inches which we want. Okay, catch you when I'm at the end of this row. I've made a chain of 75. Let's take a measurement of it. This guarantees nothing. My row 1 will determine how many inches we'll be working with, but just to be on a safer side, this chain stretches and it can stretch out up to 20 inches. Now for us to start row 1, this is what you will do. We'll make half double crochets up to the desired inches. I want around 17 inches. So I'm going to count 1, 2, and then make a half double crochet in the third chain like that, and pull through all 3. I wrap my yarn on my hook, go in the next chain, pull up a loop. I'll have 3 loops on my hook and then pull through all. This is what I will repeat until when I have 17 inches, and I'm going to come back here and show you all how to get rid of the tail of the yarn. This will also let you people know that you are working with the right inches, because if I tell you to chain 70 and then you make your row of half double crochet, which in turn ends up shrinking, that wouldn't be fine for this tutorial which we are creating. So this is going to be the measurement from my upper waist to somewhere my knees, just in between my knees and butts. I will come back here and we take the measurements. After that, we proceed to row 2 of this tutorial. I'm done making my row 1. While I crocheted, I kept placing this on my body, my upper waist, to see what desired length I needed. And as you can see, I crocheted too much and then went on to frog the 2 stitches which I made. When I measure this, it gives me the 17 inches which I need for this kite. Like that, and you know this stretches out, but you can see the 17 inches are there. Okay, so for us to get rid of this yarn, you can just unravel it from here, like that, and then go on to unravel it. I'm just showing you another way of doing this properly. Okay, like that. Or you can use your scissor to cut out that bit and then unravel, like that. Like that. At some point as I crochet, I'm going to cut this out. For now, let's focus on row 2. So for row 2, you're going to chain 1. The chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch. You will turn your work and then put a half double crochet in this first stitch, which you see, this stitch here. So make a half double crochet there, and then make another half double crochet in the next stitch. You'll repeat this up to the end of this row. At the end of this row, you should have those desired number of stitches which you had at the beginning of row 1. I counted mine. There were 67 number of stitches, meaning if we were to make a chain right from the beginning, we would chain 69 and start making our row 1 from the 3rd chain. Now I will make row 2 and ensure that I have 67 number of stitches. I'm going to meet you when we start row 3. I'm in the last stitch of row 2, so you're going to go on top of this stitch here, like that, and make a half double crochet. When you count, you should have the exact number of stitches so that you don't end up making the wrong sizing. For row 2, you still chain 1, turn your work, and make a half double crochet on this first stitch, like that, and then make half double crochet in the next stitch. This is now what we will repeat up to when we obtain our desired size of inches. My inches are 40, and I'm going to be repeating row 2 over and over again until I get the 40 inches. I will meet you right back here when I'm done. Ensure that you have the exact number of stitches as at row 1. See you when we will be working on the next part in this tutorial. I am at the end of my last row, and this is what we have been crocheting looks like. When I wrapped this on my body, it fitted well. You need to know that as you crochet, you keep wrapping it on your body, and remember this stretches out. All right, and I said I was gonna make 40 inches, and when we measure this, you need to know that it stretches out just so fine. And I will be folding this into like that, lay it flat like this, and while you do that, you know that some of these yarn stretch, So if you're working with a stretchy yarn, it's okay, you can just continue with it, as long as you know that when you wrap this on your body, it fits very well. There's no pressure. Now I get my tape measure and measure this. Hopefully this fits on the screen. I get my tape measure, and when I measure this, it gives me 19 point something, almost 20 here, and like I said, this stretches out. So we are going to stitch the two sides together. This is where I ended my row from. Now we will join these two sides together. You can choose any side you want by either flipping it like this to join, or just leave it as it was, like that. So I'm going to chain one, come here, go in this first stitch here and slip stitch, and then I pick this other yarn and slip stitch. All right, like that. We'll slip stitch this up to the end of this row. You can as well use a needle to join these two sides together, but I'm going to be using a slip stitch like that to join the two sides together. Okay, I think I might prefer a needle. I don't know, the slip stitching is not coming out for me. Okay, let me stick to the slip stitch. So we'll slip stitch this up to the end of this row. Let me see if I pick this and this one, how it will look like. I like to experiment as I crochet. I don't want to be fixed on one thing. That's how I get to figure out how to do some of these things. So let's see the difference it will create. It's much neater. I see it's much neater. I don't know if you can see this, but I see if I pick the front loop, not the back one, to stitch, it's much neater even from inside. Okay, so now instead of picking the back loop, I'll be picking the front loop and join my work up to the end of this row. Do the same, and I will meet you at the end of my stitches, like that. I completed to slip stitch up to the end here. This is how it looks like. Now let's flip this and see the results from inside. This is the inside look. Now I'm going to be wearing this out instead of this part. Make your choice. Whichever that you want to wear outside is what you will stick to. I'm not going to wear this outside. I want to wear this outside. You can see there is no difference between the rest. You see that, okay? So for the next part, we will be working on the ruffles. We shall chain 3. You're going to put 2 more double crochet in this same space. The chain 3 counts as a stitch, and then in every space here you will put 3 double crochet, like that. And in this space again 3 more double crochet. That's 2, that's 3. The next one, 3 more double crochet. Like that. You are going to repeat this all round. I know it might be tedious for some of you, or if you get tired, place it somewhere and you'll return back to it later. And while you're watching this tutorial and haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Wednesdays between 7 to 7:30 p.m. East African time. By any chance I won't post any video on a Wednesday, I'm obviously going to let you people all know. But for now, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I love coming back here to create you people new tutorials. It's always my pleasure. 2 and 3. I'll repeat this all around and meet you when I'm done. I'm at the end of my row, and I realized that when I started this row, I thought I was putting 3 double crochets in the same space where I made that chain 3. And as you can see, this space here is empty, so I'm going to add 2 more double crochets in that space. One, 2, and then you go on top of the chain 3 and slip stitch. Slip stitch here, chain 1, turn your work, and then chain 2 more. You are going to make 2 more double crochets in this same space. 2, and then the last one. Right. So this is what we'll do for row 2. We are going to repeat another row of 3 double crochets in every stitch that you see here, like that and like that. I don't want these ruffles to be too much. I thought row 1 would give me the desired result, which I needed, but it's not doing that. So now I'm going to crochet 3 double crochets in every stitch that you see here, and then we meet for row 3. To end row 2, you are going to slip stitch on top of the chain 3 which you made at the beginning. And slip stitch in the next stitch, chain 3, turn your work. Now for row 3 and row 4, you will be putting 1 double crochet in every stitch that you see here. Like that. 1 double crochet in every stitch, like that. I like the ruffles this way. This is just enough for me, so I will be making 2 more rows and meet you right back here when we are at the end of our 4th row, so that we can start working on the waist of this kite. Catch you until then. But if you feel these ruffles are not enough for you, you can go ahead and put 3 more double crochets in the same stitch for row 3, and then in row 4 you do single double crochets in every stitch, I only did 2 rows for myself, and that is enough. Catch you when I'm done with my 4 rows. I'm getting to the end of row 3. This is how I'll end my row 3. I put the last double crochet in here, and then I go on top of this chain 3 which we made at the beginning to slip stitch. Instead of starting row 4, I'm going to end with row 3. These ruffles are enough for me, but if you wish to continue, fine by me. We will be ending on row 3. So slip stitch in the next stitch, slip stitch in the next, pull out your yarn, get your scissor, cut it out like that. I'll use a needle to hide out this loose end later. For now, let's go and work on the waist. But so far, this is how your ruffle kite is looking like. This is the top and this is the body. And earlier I say that I want this to be between 17 to 19 inches. When I get my tape measure and measure this, to somewhere here, gives me 17.5, and the ruffles are 2 inches, 1.5 inch. So which means the entire length of this kite is around 18.5 to 19 inches long. Let's work on the waist. For the waist, we are going to be using elastic band to crochet all round. I'm not going to make a waistband, so get your elastic band. Let me first put this aside. Get your elastic band. You are going to take the measurement of your upper waist. My upper waist is 28 inches wide, so I'm going to place this like this and then get my elastic band and stretch it out. Okay, you stretch it out to how wide your waist is. So 28 is going to be for me somewhere here, and I can maybe cut another tail like this to help me make a knot somewhere here. Put that aside, and now this is the elastic band which I will crochet around that kite. We can start by making a slip knot like that. We'll crochet this all around. As you can see, it stretches out up to 28 inches. Now let's get to stitching it around our kite. To start attaching, you are going to get where we joined this kite from and begin from there. I'm going to, this is where I joined mine, so I'm going to insert my hook in here like that. Get my elastic band, hold it together, get my yarn, pull the yarn through, make a single crochet, secure it like that. We can either make a single crochet or half double crochet, that's fine by me, but I'm going to be making a half double crochet, so you will insert half double crochet in every stitch that you see here while stretching out this elastic band like that. One half double crochet in every stitch. that. Yeah, one here, like that. So we shall be crocheting this all around. Remember, this stretches out and it measures exactly your upper waist. I will be doing this and we will meet at the end of our row here. I'm in the end of my row. I'm left with one stitch, which is this one here, and then I'm going to put another one in here just to close this row so that it looks neater, and then go on top of the first stitch in the beginning and slip, slip, stitch, slip, stitch in the next, in the next. Pull out your yarn, get your scissor and cut it out. Like that. Get your needle, hide out this loose end. Like that, and cut it out. So this is your kite. You can see that it's very hard to tell where you started the row and ended from. This is how the waist turned out. This fits very well in my waist. Okay, and with this we have literally come to the end of this tutorial. I'm thinking of making this a matching top. When I come up with a design, I will create the tutorial and upload it on my channel. If you have any suggestions for a top to match this sky, kindly leave me a comment in the comment section. Otherwise, guys, thank you for tuning in. Like, comment and subscribe. Catch you again in my next video. Bye.